Hello the internet and welcome. This is going to be a February Empties video. So we're almost a full week into March and I am just now filming this, but that's okay because I'm actually keeping track of the things that I use for a change, which is awesome. This whole panning, use it up community movement is actually quite helpful. So in the month of February, I finished up 11 products. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the non-makeup, non-skincare type products and then move into makeup because we all know makeup's the fun part. So first up, I have a hair product. This is Briogeo. It's a Blow Dry Perfection Heat Protectant Cream. I don't know necessarily how much this did for my hair. I got it, I believe, in an e.l.f. So definitely a subscription. I tried it. And the problem is my hair is really, really heat damaged to begin with between coloring and heat damage. It's a mess, so it's hard to tell if something makes a difference. But I don't know. I didn't hate it. It definitely didn't hurt. So not something that I would really consider purchasing a full size of, but it's interesting to have the sample. Next up, I have two perfume samples. One is Dior, Miss Dior, and the other is Versace Bright Crystal. And I mean, I had them forever. Neither one is really a favorite. Both of them are more on the florally side of things. What can I say? I don't typically wear a ton of perfume. I'm trying to get more into it. So they were All right, next up, you'll see what I've had featured in my videos recently. Every time I have to do like swatches or something, the Equate nighttime soothing makeup removing towelettes. These things are cheap as heck, and they're at Walmart, and they compare to the Neutrogena. I always have to look at the packaging. I'm sorry. The Neutrogena Night Calming Cleansing Towelettes. They're cheaper. I like them. I'm fine with this. Okay, moving on. Skincare had two samples. One was from Clinique. This was the Clinique Smart Custom Repair Serum. This stuff was amazing. It was amazing. I loved the hell out of it. But I can't justify spending like $50 on a face cream. It was so good. Oh my gosh, I really feel like it was hydrating, and it definitely, especially around my eyes, it made just around my eye area really soft and nice, and I typically use it at night, and I really love this, but I cannot justify spending like $50 on like a little tub of eye cream. That's nutty. I can't do it. So I was very, very glad to have this. I actually got it from Clinique. I placed an order, got a foundation or something, some other random junk, and they had thrown this in as a free sample. So love it, would love to buy it. Can't really drop 50 bucks on one cream right now. So, okay, and then we have Tony Moly Green Tea Watery Cream. This was definitely a subscription bag item. I thought this smelled really stinking awesome. Like, I really like this smell. It still smells awesome. So, watery cream is a very accurate description. It was a really thin cream. I mean, it definitely did something along the lines of hydration, and it absorbed really quickly. So, I don't know. I've tried a number of skincare type things from Tony Moly at this point, usually in subscriptions, and they're not bad. They're not so amazing that I ever really seek them out once I'm done with the sample. But they're not bad. I would definitely say if, you know, you're into lighter face creams, that this would be worth looking into. Maybe I'll go forth into the internets and try and find some. But I'm still working my way through a giant tube of the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. And that stuff really does do an amazing job, like a noticeable difference when it comes to, you know, my skin and hydration, and especially in the drier months and if I'm dealing with eczema. So I gotta work down that before I consider buying a different product for my skincare. Anywho, moving on. Now to the part we've all been waiting for, makeup. All right, I'm gonna start off with this Julep lip oil. Reviews are kind of mixed on this. I didn't hate this, but it was really thin. It was a really thin lip oil. It didn't stick around very long. I prefer the Ulta Beauty juice infused lip oils to this, and this is like magnitudes more expensive. Also, if you'll see, I'm not all the way done with it, and that was not that cloudy when I started. That has become that cloudy and it looks gross. So I'm not using the rest of it because I don't trust it. Like, I wasn't putting it on top of lip products or anything like that. There's no, like, I know that your mouth isn't a clean place, but just over the course of a couple months for it to get that cloudy and just weird looking, no. No. Okay, next, setting spray. So I got NYX. It was a matte finish setting spray. I actually really liked this. I don't know how much it did for setting my makeup though beyond the first couple hours. Like, this stuff definitely made a difference for about 3 hours, and after that, like, unless I was going to be, you know, blotting and then reapplying it, nothing, useless. So I liked it. I want to keep trying setting sprays until I find something that's more my speed. I should probably just cave and go with the MAC one that everyone loves, or, you know, Urban Decay All-Nighter, but I just can't justify spending that much money on something that I'm just going to spritz on my face. That does very little for my overall appearance. I'm just spritzing it on my face and hoping for the best. I have kind of combination oily skin, so I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make realistically. But yeah, I'm thinking about repurposing this because I bought an Ulta Beauty setting spray, and the pump for that is terrible. Like, when you spray it, you get hit in the face with all these water droplets, and it's not okay. It's not cool. But this one did a really good job of misting out product. So I'm thinking about repurposing this for the Ulta Beauty one so that I can actually get use out of it, because right now I'm kind of afraid to use it because it hits me in the face with all these droplets of setting spray, and that's not what it's supposed to do, I don't think. So probably gonna hang on to the container for that purpose, and then once I'm done with the Ulta Beauty one, make a decision kind of where to go from there. If anyone has suggestions for, you know, affordable drugstore type setting sprays that work for, you know, combo to oily skin, love to hear them. Throw them down in the comments. And moving on from the setting spray, mascara. So the only mascara that I finished was the LA Girl Wispy. It's the Luscious Length mascara. I actually really liked this. I'm not about to go out and repurchase it because I have like 6 things of mascara that are unopened that I need to go through first. But this did a good job. It did a good job at lengthening and volumizing, but it wasn't as clumpy as like the Essence Get Big Lash mascara. So I liked it. Go ahead and open it for the sake of showing it off. It is, you know, a natural bristle brush. It's not, you know, the big metallic, or not metallic, big rubber stabby in the eyeball bristles. So I like that about it. I'm discovering more and more, with the exception of like the CoverGirl Clump Crusher, I'd prefer a more natural bristle to rubber bristles. And it was nice because it is curved as opposed to straight, and I feel like it did a good job of getting all my lashes. But again, I have like 6 different mascaras I need to get through before I go purchasing anything else, and y'all know how much subscriptions love to hand out mascara samples like there's no stinking tomorrow. So it'll probably be a long time before I need to buy more mascara. Finished that. All right, foundation, e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. This stuff, oh gosh, I like wore the label off, but this was in the shade Porcelain, and it's 2% salicylic acid. So, and I think at Get Ready With Me, I had touched on the fact that like if you're going to look to your foundation or your primer for like something to deal with acne, it's better usually to go with a foundation that has acne fighting ingredients in it because they tend to be higher. Like this is 2% salicylic acid, whereas e.l.f.'s primer, their blemish control face primer, is only 0.5%. So if you are looking to your foundation or your makeup to take the place of some of your skincare, or as a deterrent for, you know, adding to your breakouts, look into foundations, I would say first, just because of the higher concentration. Then again, if you go ham with primer, it's probably not going to matter. I don't know how much of this is actually going to touch your skin. So that's the downside there. But I finished this up. I'm working through another one of these in the shade Buff at the moment. And then I'm going to be switching over to Almay's Clear Complexion. I had purchased that to give it a try. And I actually kind of like the texture better. It's about twice as expensive, but I do like the consistency better. I feel like it did a better job of sticking on my skin than this stuff does. So it's a toss-up. I don't know. Is it worth like $15 versus $7? I don't know. We shall see. But I'm still working through the other shade of this. This one was a little bit too light for me, obviously. Porcelain. Nah. So, moving on. Last thing is another item like the julep thing that I didn't totally finish, but I've made peace with that on the inside because this hurts my eyeballs. This is another foundation. It's the Physicians Formula Super BB cream. So it has SPF 30. I don't know entirely like how they formulate it, but it legit stings my eyes like a regular sunscreen does. And I have other foundations and primers and concealers with SPF in them, and I don't have that problem. So whatever the difference between like this and like Clinique has foundations that don't hurt my eyes, Ulta has foundations that don't hurt my eyes. I don't understand what it is with this, but I literally can't. Like, I was gonna try and finish it over last month, and I got like 3 days in, and I was just like, no, this, I would rather throw it out and have wasted the money than have my eyes like red and irritated on a constant basis because of my foundation. So yeah, that's going away. But that was all of the items that I finished in the last month. If you have any questions about them, I feel like I kind of breezed through it, but I didn't want this to be super long. It's probably gonna be long anyway. Meh. If you have any questions about them, feel free to comment. Otherwise, I will see you all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and peace.